welcome to this week episode of BackYard Bullshit. Yeah. As you can see, we got that fire right now. Yeah, it was freezing that ass off last week, so we got that fire now.
Okay, cut. Wait, you rocking like you're gonna fall.
Oh, I'm not rock. Wait, I'm just like rock. What you mean? I'm feeling the moment. I'm feeling the moment. All right, so. Right now, we got as you can see, we have two special guests in the building right now. But I'm going to go from around the ring. So we have Billboard's hottest researcher, the immaculate intelligent, Miss Dom Dom. Yay! Yeah! So, I don't know if you guys ever seen the show Snoopy. It's not Snoopy, Snoop Dogg, not Snoop Dogg. Wait, that was one of them things. Penelope Pit Stop. Remember the little thing, the little racer? So yeah, that's what we're gonna call Miss Celebrity Publicist, NPR Specialist, Miss Katina Fields in the building. Woo 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 woo. We got the picky Israel. Look at DJ Trakrunner in the building. What up? This man to my left, oh man, can drum and rap his mother ass off. We got the incomparable Biz in the building. What up? And then I'm your lovely host in this attire, Mr. Kao, feeling real good, Brooklyn, stand up, boom. So today's topic is, drum roll, hip hop. That's right. You know it. Old school versus new school hip hop generation gap. So we're going to talk about the old, the new, when went good, when went left, when went right, when went wrong, you name it, we're going to talk about it right now. And with two guests, we got to get it popping. We got Mother Nature trying to speak some words, right? Right. All right, so we're going to shake things up. All right, we're going to talk about old school. We're going to have a little nostalgic moment. I'm actually flipping and Penelope Pit Stop.
Yes, sir.
What's your view on old school hip hop? What's up?
Old school hip hop, very conscious.
Okay.
About politics.
Oh.
About real world.
Okay.
Real life industry issues.
Okay.
Old school started in the 70s, so late 70s. So there was a lot going on.
Okay.
During those times, and it was a movement. Hip hop was a movement.
It was a movement, amen. Okay.
What we hear today is not.
We gonna talk. We gonna hold it.
I'm sorry. I'm excited.
Hold it. Okay. I'm a space man. We're gonna ask Mr. Rap himself.
For me, old school hip hop is, it's hip hop. It's the organic of a new breed, of a new genre, speech. It's whether old or new. It transforms, it evolves, whether we like it or not. I mean, the old heads at that time didn't like hip hop, at that time, what is this hippity hop? And then all of a sudden, 20 years later, now it affected the country.
Right.
So I think hip hop, old school hip hop is real like old school blues.
Right.
It's real like, old school rock, classic rock, 80s rock, disco, stuff like that. Like, to me, disco is the mother of house music, But, it is. And for me, this new age, the mother of this new age hip hop that's like East Coast would be the mother of, the birthday, For me, I mean, even though we came from Jamaica and most people say, DJ Kool Herc and they mention DJ Kool Herc and DJ I was on tour. Right. I was on tour in Canada and I was on tour with Charlie Tuna and he was telling me everybody liked to give the thanks to DJ Kool Herc, but they didn't know that hip hop we started in Jamaica and we came from there and DJ Kool Herc took it and flipped it. And so for me, I didn't know none of that. I didn't get into hip hop until I was 16. You know what I mean? I was already performing with rock bands, touring. Right. So I didn't look at it as
genre.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It wasn't a thing I was into until I was taught by cats who were like, look, bro, this is hip hop. Right. Show you. So.
Right. But you had the deep cats. So you had there were different types of hip hop. You had the real deep hip hop, which was KRS-One, Public Enemy, you know, you had that deep, but then you had the fun hip hop, Run DMC, LL Cool J, Queen Latifah, MC Light, you know, so it goes on and on and on. You know, Grave Diggers were more on, you know, teetering on that social conscious. So, you know, it's a lot of
EPMD.
Right, EPMD. So it kind of, you know, Run DMC is hip hop, but I think when you got into the Big Daddy Kane and the Heavy D's and the Slick Rick, that's when it kind of moved more into like a rap category.
Right.
Because there are two different, to me, categories of actual hip hop.
Okay. We're gonna talk about that. All right. Well, let's go to Texas. What do you feel about old school hip hop? Come on, Texas. UGK. Sorry. I'm sorry.
So like when I was first introduced to it, I started off listening to Tupac first, and then when my stepdad, he loved Loaded Soldier, and me, I loved Outkast, T.I., UGK. Yeah, and so I grew up on that from Chop and Screw, Trap, ATL type music. And so, for me, I like hip-hop songs. They got me thinking. And then, at that time, I've never been anywhere, so it just gave me a chance to listen to people from other sides, East Coast, West Coast, whatever. It just gave me an idea on how that side is like.
Got it.
And if anything that made me think or move through,
Right, we're gonna fly to California. What is your things on hip hop?
Well, I'm kind of in the same boat as this year. I didn't really get kind of introduced to hip hop like heavily until around like 15, 16 years old when I started DJing. Because before that, it was like some Biggie, Outkast, like Eminem and stuff. Like I was young and stuff, but once I got into DJing, and it was more like me doing research on like the history of DJing. You got to start somewhere, and it started with Grandmaster, Grandmaster Flash, and Furious 5 and all that. And they were taking these rhymes and telling these stories, and it's like you do the deep dive back, and it's like I really enjoy it. I love hearing the stories they tell, and I know for people who were kind of conscious, or at least like adults through the 90s, it holds so much nostalgia for them. As a DJ, the amount of requests you get for 90, you can't, unless you're just a strictly house or strictly techno, you're in that environment. If you're just doing open format, you have to have 90s music. It's essential.
Period. It really. We can do a whole segment on it. The 90s era was the best era. We can do it. Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of my experience with hip hop. And then I got more into it. I'm a huge Kanye West fan, sort of things like that. I've followed some people since some of the first mixtape people releases and albums.
Right. A lot of Kanye West. Well, well, it's funny because they say that New York City was kind of the birthplace for it, like hip hop, right? And as everybody knows, I'm from New York City. I'm from Brooklyn, nonetheless. So I was kind of there when it was kind of up and evolving. So you had the Run DMC, Public Enemy, #1. We're not going to shake the Beastie Boys. Even the Beastie Boys told stories. And then if you want to go into Liberation, Queen Latifah was always ladies first. You know what I'm saying? And MC Light and right. So it's for me, hip hop holds special in my heart because it was more than just the music. It was a culture, and it was a culture that took over New York City. It wasn't just about the music. It wasn't just about the message. It was about, in my opinion, especially back in New York, it was about unity and being blind. And when hip hop came about, we started talking about the hood. And, we brought the hood into realization, right? So, disco was fun, and disco is my favorite era, as you guys know. But it was so fun, and games, and rock was fun, and it was very punk metal. But hip-hop kind of brought this truthness, this awareness to, hey, this is what's going on. This is what poverty is doing. hey, you know, we're going to talk about police brutality. Right. We're not going to be ashamed to talk about things that are happening in our community.
Or just black people in general.
Right. Oh, black, right.
Killing each other.
Exactly.
Self-destruction. Self-destruction.
Exactly.
That's what that was about.
So, like, hip-hop for me, like I said, it was a culture. It was a brand. It kind of started that black unity. It started that fist. And, you know, I was a fan of Biggie, of course. Biggie lived not too far away from me. I don't know if you guys know the rapper Smooth the Hustler. Yep. But Smooth the Hustler lived literally 2 doors down around from me. So back in Barrett, shout out to Brownsville, Brooklyn. I went to school out there and I lived around the corner and hustle playing Manhattan streets and stuff like that. You know, I listened to Tupac, but we didn't really listen to that East Coast, West Coast. We ain't gonna talk about that right now.
Tupac was originally.
I know he's originally, but he rapped the West. But he rapped the West though.
Right.
But he rapped the West. But you know, we about Biggie and Jay. Like that's just how go. You know, Jay's from Jersey. Shout out to my uncle. That's my play uncle in my life. But you know, like
but you can't say Jay without saying Nas.
You can't. Well, come on, Queens.
You know what I'm saying?
So it was like I said. So all of these things going on. Peter Guns. If it wasn't for the Bronx, this rap shit probably would never go on. So something from uptown, baby. Uptown, baby.
Right.
So it was fun. It was fun. It was political. It was in your face, as you said. It was just like their nitty grit, like straight up.
Right.
Before I get into what the fuck happened, because something transpired, hip hop became rap, became trap, became emo. Not now.
No, trash.
What are some of your? If you can give a favorite artist, one.
Hip hop.
Hip hop. Pick. Go. Ladies first.
Come on, my
UGK.
This bitch. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Outkast.
That ain't hip hop though.
Ooh.
Outkast is rap.
Let the debate begin. What's the difference?
No, you said
It's the era is the difference.
Oh,
I was so you said Outkast is not hip hop.
Not to me. Outkast is rap.
Can I make a weird little argument?
Here we go.
Shit.
Here we go.
Let me pull out
The
my.
way,
Go ahead.
you know, the way I've
Pull
been
the
like,
facts out. Go ahead.
no, so I'm
I'm
saying,
fighting.
like,
I'm also gonna fight
Now,
that.
for those of you who think that I'm a young tenderoni sitting over here, I'm 46, baby. I'm in it.
And you look good, girl.
I'm in it.
Right.
Well,
And
Go
let me
ahead.
just say this real quick. I whenever I've had like discussions with people about this, especially like discussions with book professors and everything who have like been around like hip hop labels and stuff like that, it always kind of came down to like hip hop was the culture and rap was the music.
That's not true.
I don't think that's true.
According to KRS-One, that's not true. Who wrote an actual, what did he write? You should know this about hip hop.
Don't go having drinking. Don't put it against me. Which one? Go ahead, guys.
KRS-One wrote a declaration about hip hop and actually what hip hop is.
Very true.
And turn it into law.
Yes, he did.
So,
yes, they did.
Because people were getting hip hop and rap confused, and the hip hop artists took it as an offense. They were very right.
I remember like Miss Leyland and stuff like that, but I always thought that clarification was like hip hop was rap music. But no, okay.
So who is your favorite hip hop
rap
artist?
Oh, me hip hop.
Curtis Blow.
Okay.
Ooh.
Why?
Because to me, he's like the father of hip hop.
Okay. I'm gonna match that. And I'm gonna say if you feel like Curtis Blow is the hip hop for you, I feel like you did a male to female. Queen Latifah was hip hop for me.
Yeah.
Because in Queen Latifah, like I said, it wasn't. She was intense, like in the intelligence, the lyrical meaning, and and I know a lot of people compare her to MC Light.
No.
But you can't. Like Queen, Dana Owens owned it.
She was more conscious than Light.
Very conscious, and I think that's the difference between hip hop and rap. There's a certain conscience for hip hop artists, even now, than rappers. I think, and that's where the distinction comes into your point.
So you would say conscious rappers. I mean, consciousness, black consciousness in music would be rap music. Is that what you're saying?
I think it's I think there's just a certain level.
That's like saying Kendrick is rap and J. Cole is hip hop.
Okay, so if you feel that way, who is
I'm not saying I feel. I'm just saying what it sounds. Because to me, they both feel like rap music.
Oh,
like
I don't think Queen Latifah rap music.
No. I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
Oh, like Kanye.
I'm talking about when you go like rap for me is like bar for bar. Like we focus on the lyrics. Hip hop to me feel like you focus on the music. You focus on the entertainer, like she said,
hip
she
hop
made
is
it
a culture.
right. She made it
Five elements to hip hop: MCing, graffiti, breakdance.
Right.
There's so much that goes into hip hop that's not into rap.
Right, but that's a foundation.
Right.
Right, that's a foundation. So if we was to speed that up into where we at now, hip hop is hip hop is
Let's sip it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
hip hop is now it's musical based thing. You know what I mean? Like to me, it's a musical based thing.
Okay.
It's the Drake. You get what I mean?
Drake is hip hop.
Drake. Drake is he's but a different type of
Drake's another level.
We're gonna talk about.
Let's move it back for a
second. Drake. Don't get it twisted.
Let's move it back for a second.
I put it this way.
Favorite hip hop artist.
I put favorite hip hop would be Kanye. Because he's musical. He can right.
Rap. We'll take it. Rap. We'll take it. Go ahead.
I love it. Why? Can you say they don't have any culture?
Because there's elements to hip hop. Look at the definition of hip hop and what it stands for.
MF Doom, who happens to be my favorite hip hop artist, just when I put MF Doom.
Did he say Dr. Doom? Am I drinking?
MF Doom.
Oh, MF Doom. I say Dr. Doom. This is a cartoon. Oh, okay.
Because I hope people listening, I hope they know like this is a great generational gap that should be like taught right now.
No, that's
because you know what I mean? Because me, I'm 33, so hip hop for me is.
So I would tell the young generation to go look at the documentaries that are out there about hip hop that's put together by KRS-One, that was put together by the Grave Diggers and other, that's put out there even by Russell Simmons, that's put out there by the old school who actually talks and teach the difference between hip hop and rap. That's one thing that KRS-One does. He goes around the country and he talks about the difference between hip hop and rap. There is a strict difference between hip hop and rap. I just said it. MCing, DJing, graffiti, breakdancing, all of that is a part.
Culture.
That's like it's more political. It's more conscious. It's more. What do you hear Public Enemy? Listen to any of their music. What are they talking about?
What would you consider?
What are they talking about? What's Public Enemy talking about?
What's happening?
Have you ever heard anything from Public Enemy?
I have, but it's been.
What are they talking about?
What's happening?
Right.
Current events.
Right. I would consider NWA on the West Coast as hip hop because they talked about shit that was going on in Cali, the police, the everything. I mean, it's
gangsta rap.
Gangsta
rap.
They kind of label that.
That's how they label it.
It's gangster rap. Like it's because there's just a bunch of loops, there's a bunch of East Coast vibes of loops. That's what Trey was doing. But I mean, this is interesting because I've never.
What is Outkast talking about?
Because
What are they talking about?
Situation.
They did start outside of my stores, and they were one of the first South to finally get recognized in awards and stuff, and everything was like East Coast. And gradually, their music did change over the years. But they did start off with them talking about life, and then they went into party, and it changed.
So do you think that I'm just gonna bring this up for the panel boys? You can see we're very.
We're not gonna bypass this.
Wait.
You said you named the elements of hip hop.
Right.
Okay. Those are the elements. That's in the culture.
But that's what hip hop is, a culture. That's what you're missing. That's what it is. Young people want to turn it into.
No, we're not turning it into nothing right now. What I'm saying is that's hip hop, right? So what would you say is rap?
Rap to me is Biggie. That's rap to me.
Okay.
Kanye West is rap to me.
Okay.
And even Malik Yousef will tell you himself that Kanye West is rap. And he's a very conscious brother. He writes all of his stuff. If he was here today, he would tell you that's rap. That's not hip hop. Who else is rap? Drake is a type of rap. He's rap.
Okay.
I mean, there's so many rap artists that are out here today.
Okay.
And who have
Tupac was rap. He's not considered a hip hop.
Hold on. Let me jump in this pool of fire. All right. So, Rakim Allah is what?
Hip hop.
Okay. Wait. Hold me. Wait. Okay. We're ready to talk about Queen Latifah. We're ready to talk about MC Light. Okay.
Right.
We talk about Public Enemy. Okay.
Which is an era. Listen to all the names.
DMX is what?
Listen,
rap.
DMX is rap.
Okay. Are there any hip hop artists right now that you can say is hip hop?
I stopped listening.
See, because
so you consider all of it rap music?
A lot of it is rap music today.
Oh,
see, no, I
get
You can
it.
disagree
I
with
get
me.
it, though. I
But
get
you
it.
can disagree with me.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree.
get it now.
But I feel like the person that, and I was gonna lead this in, being the person that I was gonna lead this into current today. But I feel like for hip hop right now, the closest thing that we have to hip hop is J. Cole. Fight me. The closest thing that we have to hip hop with regards to culture and awareness and political awareness, because it sounds like for what Katina is saying is awareness versus skill. That's the difference between hip hop versus rap.
Right.
So I think that's what it is.
So then is Kendrick
See,
fit in there too?
I feel like Kendrick can be hip hop too.
Kendrick walks like a fine. He walks like a fine line.
But I feel like even with you, Biz, I feel like you go more on the hip hop side than you do the rap. Because with you, it's not about skill. It's more about awareness and culture. That makes sense.
Right.
So for me, seeing your show, hearing your stuff,
right?
You are hip hop to me.
Okay, so rap to me is the cats that focus on
skill set.
Right.
Boom.
It's a skill set. So
Which a lot of them do today, right?
Right.
You gotta agree. A lot of them do that today.
Right, but a lot of them don't care. Like your young thugs.
Right. They don't care.
We didn't
right.
wait, y'all stop dropping the goddamn gun. Wait a minute, you're not talking about new school yet. Wait a minute.
This conversation is gradually growing.
I know, right.
Wait.
But and what I want to see, what I was trying to see is I want to see because I get that a lot. I was on tour in Canada, and Charlie Tune is the same age. He's about, about 47, he told me the same thing, like, y'all, and he felt that way. And I was trying to understand why. And it's because what's considered.
But he wasn't listening to what you were saying if he felt that way about
This ninja, guess what he said? He said, man, you just sound like you just gonna take your own picture, just take a game of business. Like, come on, bro. Really? And we just got on the show and did performance of that shit. You know what I mean? I get it, but it felt like that. It felt like what the music today is, or hip hop, quote unquote, is rap. It's just rap. They're just rapping, and not like it's not like hip hop. There's no culture in it. There's no
awareness. There's no political awareness. There's no.
Just booty shaking.
There's no.
I hate to. On the way here, listen to a song from a female saying, "Eat my booty, lick my booty." Whatever the song was.
We're not gonna talk about who that is.
That makes sense because honestly, I had it. Him and Joe Way made it seem. I had it the other.
Right.
Because I'm looking at the other girl.
Right.
Like lyrical wordplay, but I get it. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
I think
because they're just rapping the shit out.
And then I think to Katina's point, it's like substance. It's all about substance and depth. And I feel like with rap, it may not be so much with substance, but it's more level of skill set. With hip hop, or especially back then, it was about substance. We're rapping for a cause. It's not just showing you that I can spit bars, right? Because most people, not everybody, can spit bars, boom, 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 boom. But no, now you're spitting bars with reason. Now you're talking about shit that's really out there. Now you're aiming for a political change. And I think that's what, like I said, the old school KRS Ones, Public Enemy, NWA, not Beastie Boys, they was just about fun. They will be rapping. Will Smith was rapping.
Remember when the Beastie Boys started, you were going into that rap era.
Right, exactly. Even like an LL Cool J. LL Cool J, as much as I love him, LL Cool J for me will feel more rap than hip hop.
Right, but he's considered hip hop
because of the culture that brought with him.
Right.
He brought the culture. He kind of married into the style, the outfit, the look,
Adidas,
the Adidas. That's why I wore what I wore today, because the hip hop is the culture, the urbanness. Whereas my favorite rapper, because everybody forgot about me, here. My favorite rapper is Jay-Z, because Jay-Z was skill set off the chain. Like just off the chain, just go.
And I get it because he talked about the trap life.
Exactly.
There was no really black awareness.
Exactly.
It was just diamond.
Exactly. But even then he talked about that still consciously. I feel like he'd be more rapper than hip hop.
Right.
Because,
no, I get it.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, but with like KRS-One and the way Public Opinion, like Public Enemy, it felt more more culture. Like I want to go when we was doing the BLM movements and you play the Public Enemy song, I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? If you're going playing KRS, if you're going and playing Queen Latifah, I'm never gonna call a woman a bitch because she preached that shit to the core. You know what I'm saying? So like hip hop changed the world. Rap just and it just spit out.
New song that she has out.
Exactly.
That you know that she's putting out a rap album.
Oh, absolutely. I love Miss Owens.
It's old. It's back. It's bringing back to hip hop.
It's hip hop. Yeah. So we can't. So, and musicians has. Okay, I'm a musician. I've been a musician from I can say since I came out of that. And we see music as music, right? You know what I mean? Like we look at music as like we had to know everything.
I should have got 2 cups.
We couldn't just know, we couldn't just know country. We couldn't just know.
Right, I just everything. So
yeah, we had to.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to stay working, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so hip hop, when I got into hip hop, like I said, I got into it later.
Right.
So the understanding of hip hop was radio, right?
Right.
And then you get into that, and you're like, okay, we got 92.3 The Beat at the time.
Right.
And they were playing a lot of hip hop.
Right.
And you didn't see the title of rap, you know what I mean? There weren't that title of hip hop and rap, you know what I mean?
Right.
You get what I mean?
Yeah. See, because I feel like once you get for some artists, once you get on radio, to me that's rap. For me, hip hop was underground. It's a lot of underground because the shit that they say, you can't say on the radio. They don't. Government don't want you to hear that shit.
Right. But they was playing.
They was playing it. They was playing pop.
Pop was a country.
But you see how they. But you see how they dragged him. They dragged pop. Government dragged him.
I think he was fucking up.
But it's still.
Would you blame him? Come on,
but that's
bro.
I agree. But okay, so
and
can we say?
Like the dude was like, come on, like.
So can we say?
Was a nice dude like Will Smith.
They
dragged
Will
Smith.
They didn't drag Will Smith because Will Smith was. Will Smith was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We can talk about. Hi, Will. We can talk about that. But okay. So Common is a conscious rapper or hip hop artist. Is he hip hop or is he rap?
Hip hop to me.
Common is hip hop to me.
To me.
Exactly. So I feel like you have certain people that can do that and cross those commercial lanes and they can play themselves mainstream. But what my father taught me, even when he's growing up, and we have these conversations, is that hip hop will always kind of be underground because it's unfiltered. And like I said, hip hop is so powerful. It has the means to start a revolution.
Right.
And they don't want people to. They don't want to start a revolution.
No, that's why hip hop is not really here today.
Exactly.
Like it was back then.
Exactly.
And that's why Common is not as big as it could have been.
Exactly.
Because of hip hop. Now Common is big now because of movies and other things.
His brand is big. Right.
Other things he had to do to build his brand.
Right.
But no one was checking Common.
Right. And brother was preaching too. Like Rakim Allah. Rakim Allah is a major artist. Like speaks the truth. Like doing. I don't know if you heard Rakim. I'm pretty sure you heard Rakim.
Dana Dane.
Right. So you say so, but Rakim Allah will never be as big as Drake, even though I personally feel if there's a battle going on and Audrey is battling Rakim will eat him for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right.
Because he would hit him with shit that you wouldn't even
think about.
Did he really just say that to me? Like, whoa?
Right.
Did you hear breakfast with who is God?
There is a new group of hip hop that's coming up because I watched this show on
What?
Netflix.
Emo Tribe?
No, I watched this show on Netflix. I think it's called Rhythm and Flow.
Yeah, Rhythm and Flow.
And the guy who won the first season was very conscious. Everything that he did when he D-Smoke did a lot of conscious pieces.
Right.
A lot of conscious pieces.
But so did Saya. Saya is another one. She's a female current hip hop artist. I'm glad we're talking about this because I want to move on to the current time.
You know who should have won?
Who?
D-Smoke was fire to me. I'm sorry.
The girl.
A girl with the black and red white hair. The girl should have won that.
Yes.
That's the conversation.
Yes, the
Because that was
girl.
political.
She's the only girl that was 3 guys and 1 girl.
So
I would say the girl should have won too.
Because if we're gonna talk about today.
Let's talk about today. Let's bring it in today.
Right? And we're gonna take it from Hustle, Rhythm and Flow.
Okay.
And I'm glad. And with being in this industry, you know when all the auditions, you know when all the spots are popping, you know when these things are coming out.
Right.
It's the first time we did this.
Right.
And I kind of dissect the whole scene like, damn, You get what I mean? Like, what the, how did this nigga just get up there? You know what I mean? Where was this at?
Right.
Hey, yo, did I get the memo?
Right.
Anyway, so the show came about.
I'll give you my reason why.
You know what I mean? The show came about, and I ended up sitting there connecting with TDE and the whole background. Like, me, I think I was taught by. Anyway, they would tell me, don't look at the screen, look at the background. The background tells you what's really going on.
Right.
It tells you the actual story.
Right.
And there was one episode where I said, I see the producer going ham on everybody else. And this was just little things I was noticing, right? I see them going ham. If they don't go ham on these smoke, there's something about this, right? Like, and I was talking to a lady, I was like, they don't say something about this. This is, something's wrong here. Okay. Something is wrong here, right? And if that girl miss her opportunity and slips up because of and she never slips up.
I remember.
Not one episode.
She did slip up a couple of times.
We can watch this.
Wait. Okay.
I watched it.
Now she was good, but I don't think she should have won.
Okay, so wait. Okay, all right. Wait. Candy, let's bring it back. For those who haven't seen Rhythm and Flow, we're worried about because today we're going to talk about today's rappers. Because it's already established that hip hop is kind of dead, right? People are not as politically conscious, right, as before. So when it comes to today rapping, what changed? Why is there so much of a generational gap? As you mentioned it, there's a big gap, right? As you can see, because the team and you were like, no, it's all out. But like, what's the gap? What's the gap?
No, I understand because being a musician, I play with a lot of older people and coming up, and so I understood that why they didn't like this whole new age millennial stuff. That was
I like some of it, honestly.
Okay.
I just don't like the stuff that's stupid.
Okay.
And then you facts about that.
Right.
There's a lot of stupid songs out there. And I think when we see the culture raises those things, the people in the back office pour more money into it.
Right.
I think they like seeing stuff stupid.
Right, and it's an agenda pushed across, right? There's not a lot of J. Cole's, there's not a lot of, Kendrick, or whatever the case may be. There's a big gap, I feel that they became a private institution. I think there's a private institution that was involved into cultivating the rap market into into funding an agenda.
I agree.
And it only praises a certain type of record, so that's why
I'm gonna let you have that moment.
I always said
the Brown Sugar.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And you remember when Tay Diggs left because of the record exec wanted to put on certain type of
Exactly.
But
wait, what I'm saying.
Nope. Cut. Is it really because of what they want to see, or is it because of our lack of interest? See, because when you talk about
it's a political agenda.
But is it a point of agenda? Because when we talk about political, when we talk about the comments, when you talk about the Kendrick Lamar's, when you talk about the Queen Latifah, are we really inputting? But what I'm saying to you is, are we putting as a culture? Because remember I said what glorified me for hip hop was a celebrated black unity.
Right.
And as you can see right now, we're unity, but we're not unified anymore. Especially when it comes to that genre. Listen to me.
I get you.
So when it gets to today's thing, right? The hip hop or rap consumer changed. It's not just the people in the hood that's listening to it no more, because majority of hip hop and rap is being consumed by white suburban. And I hate to bring in politics.
You made a point.
But
it is changing.
It is changing.
And I think because even Biggie, even Tupac and some of the earlier rappers in the 90s were still being a little conscious, right?
Right.
At some point, I think it was just the generation.
That's what I'm saying. So now we go into generation millennial, which is our generation, because I'm in my 30s like you are, and we are. And now, again, it's not about being political. It's about being, I don't want to say superficial, but it's about money, sex, drugs, and it's become the new rock and roll.
She had mentioned something great. She had said about rhythm and flow.
Right.
And if anybody watched it, there were a lot of great artists that were kind of hidden.
Right.
There were a lot of great, and
were good.
Conscious. So there were a lot of female.
Right.
Trip me out. A lot of female.
So happy
artists.
you bring up females, because let's take for example, I'm gonna bring it up, but I don't care because I like both of them. Let's talk about Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj. Ooh, we gonna get into it. That's right, Mother Nature, bring it down, cause we gonna get into it right now. So when we talk about lyrical flow, right, because that's what makes a good rap artist, versus what's trendy, what's trending, what's popping, what's celebrating. Why is it that we have Nicki Minaj, who she's rapped about literally everything? Her bars have literally shut men and women down. But we have Cardi B, who just got in the scene, and Shirley, how many Grammys she got in her name? Versus Nicki Minaj? How many number ones Cardi B got versus Nicki Minaj? Like, so are we really into now lyrical content? Are we really about like spitting? Or are we about what sells and what's hot in the moment?
I don't know.
Trends. Agreed.
But I think it kind of shifted because like for a while it was.
But they're just copycats of Lil Kim.
Ooh, wait a minute.
They're copycats of Lil Kim.
But I'd say like
and Foxy Brown. They were the Cardi B's and the fucking and the Nicki Minaj back in the day. Excuse me, I'm gonna try to find FCC.
We gonna forget about Jackie O?
I'll pay the fine.
But we're not gonna talk about Jackie O like Jackie O.
Right. So
she said pussy pay her bills.
It's
like,
it's not an argument. I mean, I
agree.
just don't see it.
But okay, I can understand that. And you know, I'm from Brooklyn. I rep Kim till I die. I rep Fox till I die. But I'm sorry to say, lyrically, Nicki Minaj will destroy her. Lyrically, because we're gonna talk about this later. We're gonna talk about the fact of ghostwriting. We're gonna talk about it later.
Ghostwriting.
But yeah, ghostwriting.
Nicki Minaj.
All right, but Lil Kim didn't write her first album either. Biggie did. Let's talk about it.
That's not a good comparison.
That's what you
said
mean.
Nicki Minaj and Rhapsody. Oh, see?
Hey, what?
Rhapsody with in bar. That's I get you now. I get you.
I don't feel like
we here.
I get Nick. I get.
Oh, an enemy of my enemy becomes my friend. Did you see how that just changed real fast?
Are y'all here?
Okay. All right.
I get you.
So the reason I bring it up, and like I said, we gotta kind of move on.
Joe, you quiet.
Is right.
I keep trying and nothing.
So, all right. So, like I said, so why is the shift so now? Why are we not talking about political? Because there's a lot of things happening right now in the political world. Why are we not being conscious about that? Why do we care about interesting lyrics? Why do we care about trendy? Why do we care about the evolution of trap music, the evolution of emo music? Like what? Because it starts paying the bills.
I mean, I think for them, that's what I hear.
Kendrick Lamar is still relevant, and he's still
different. That's different.
How is it different? He's in this realm.
It's all a conspiracy.
Listen,
Tell you about conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy theory is it's a way to bring us down as a people.
Oh.
To go from conscious and building up neighborhoods and talking about the issues that we have and bringing it to a head and infusing it in the music so that people can hear what's going on in different sections of the world. Because I'm from South Carolina. I grew up in South Carolina. What you were going through in New York, I never experienced in South Carolina.
Okay.
I didn't have gangs and drugs and all of that around me growing up where I grew up from.
Okay.
Right? But listening to the music told me and told me what was going on and the issues in our community that we at that point in time bringing forth to deal with and talk about. Right? I never knew they were getting pulled over and being harassed by the police and until NWA started talking about the stuff that was going on in the hood and how black people were being treated. I think that record labels, first of all, who owns the record labels, number one. So now you're starting to get people who can't even get deals, who got mad conscious music and can't even get a A&R to sign them or even come, or do anything with that career. But once they make a trap ass, dirty bitch, this, gold chain, this, eat your booty. The number one song on the radio is you can eat my booty like groceries. What the fuck? To me, it's bringing us down as people. That's what they want. That's what they want.
But listen, I feel like people like to party more. Like obviously, if you have a party song versus a conscious song, I feel like the party song is just gonna get more like hype off the top.
People been partying for years.
I know, but you
the
don't
70s is parties, the 90s is parties, the 80s is parties. What do you mean? Run DMC, that was you partied on that all day.
Yo, words to my mother because when they played Queen Latifah Unity, son, I was bopping. Who are calling a bitch? Like, I was bopping.
But it's like conscious rap doesn't, like he said, conscious rap doesn't pay the bills anymore.
It doesn't sell.
To me, I'm not the country. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like conscious music, as to Joseph's point, it doesn't sell, right? It's all about what trend it was popping with, and it is what it is. But we can talk about the record labels all we want, but at the end of the day, we're all consumers. And it's not the record labels; they just follow the trends. Us as human beings, we produce the trends that are going.
Not us.
So like we can. We can say that, you know, record labels only doing what's on black and white. Record labels only doing, like I said, it's real clear. This is what sells. This is what's popping. This is what it is. This is going to put food on the table. So this is what we're going to do. So as socially responsible, what is our responsibility?
Conscious rap?
Conscious rap?
How many white rappers do we have just rap in general that white?
Eminem?
3.
No, just
G-Dap? Are we talking about classic, old and new school? Yeah, we talking about white.
Just rap in general. Like how many white rap artists do we have?
We have about, I want to say 33% of the
That's not that high. Not 33%.
Okay.
What's that one dude's name?
I know they ain't going probably Japan.
Okay.
That's on the top list.
So
that people know about.
But
I ain't talking about underground niggas. I'm talking about that people know about.
Okay. So what is your point with that though? Like why did you bring that to awareness?
I brought that to awareness because look at who is putting mess out there.
Okay.
Why are we the only ones that's putting out mess like that?
True. Because it sells.
But we're the ones that's looking like idiots putting out the mess. I'm talking about the trash.
What you consider trash?
And then you go to another country,
everybody,
and they think that's how we are.
Okay, so wait a minute. You mentioned Lil' Kim, how great Lil' Kim was, right? All right, wait. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. But wait, I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
They think that that's our lifestyle.
But wait,
they believe.
But wait. Lil' Kim rose to the top, right, for being sexually explicit in her lyrics, right? We at that day was giving her shit back in the day too for being sexually explicit, but that's what made her, in my opinion, legend, because she was not afraid to do it. Foxy Brown was not afraid to do it. So why was it okay for them to do it?
I didn't say
but wait a minute. Because some people, I know, but you're talking about current artists. But why is it a problem when Cardi B raps about it? Why is it a problem when Megan Thee Stallion raps about it? See, because there was a song, but listen, but there was a song, but there was a song, there was a song, Big Mama Thing, when Lil' Kim did with Jay-Z was one of the hottest ones that she did. Period. Point blank period, in my opinion, right? Then you got a song that comes out 7 years later. Wow, Megan Thee Stallion destroyed that song. Like she just, from top to finish, she bodied that song.
It's fucked up how people think it's some new shit.
But it's not.
Right.
It's fucked up.
So why is it a problem for them to express themselves sexually, but it wasn't a problem for Lil' Kim and Fox?
No, she said it was a problem for her too. She got scrutiny for it.
Right.
But wait, no, bring it back, because you just said that they were copycats. So
they were copycats.
That's hypocrisy to me.
They are.
You're being a hypocrite. I disagree. You're being a hypocrite.
You don't think they're being copycats?
I don't think they're being copycats.
I do believe
have the color hair, and she's not thinking it's the same shit Lil' Kim did back in the day. Is that not copycat? That's one of the things.
But Cardi doesn't do that.
That's another thing.
Megan
Cardi
doesn't do that though.
She does wear wigs.
I don't think she's a
Cardi
wrestler.
Like they all look like little Kims.
They all look like Lil' Kim. Come on. Lil' Kim started that whole wigs, all that stuff. She started all that.
All right.
From my understanding, I think that the problem is that it's nothing new.
Okay. Do we agree that it's nothing new?
It's something that's already been done.
Right. It's already been done.
It's a lack of education, because just like it's like a lack of like where the music comes from and everything. And I know you guys can give me the most like shit you want for this example.
If you bring up G-Dap, I'm walking out right now. I'm walking out.
I like the way Joe set it up.
No, just because it's
if you bring up Iggy Azalea, I'm walking out right now.
No, because it's like when I think about, you're probably going to walk out to this one too, the song Right Round by Flo Rida.
I'll see y'all later.
That song to me, when I heard that song, I was like, oh my god, this is something totally new, and I never like heard it before. My mom listening to it was like, oh, that's that song Right Round from like back in whatever the fuck the 80s or whatever it was. And I was like, no, you're wrong. I was like, no, there's no way. And then I listened to the song and you hear the similarities in the lyrics and it's like, holy crap. So I think, you know, everyone now
was good for that.
everyone, no. It's like that lack. It's not that specifically, but it's like that lack of understanding of like it's these new repackaged things that people think it's like, oh my god, these people are revolutionary for doing this. No, they're just pulling off of inspiration from.
I mean, but isn't that the story of all time though? Because we all take them into generations always repeat themselves.
Yeah, but
you have some little individuals here and there that kind of stand out and do their own thing. There's some who are copycats who can just kind of do the same thing.
Check this out. These people I'm finna name, nobody probably knows who they are. Dennis Chambers, John Blackwell,
I know John
Carter
Blackwell.
Beaufort.
Okay.
Carter Beaufort plays with Dave Matthews Band.
Okay.
Right? These band, John Blackwell played with Prince.
Okay.
And Dennis Chambers is like a world sad. Okay. Anyway, he's a guy.
Okay.
He brought both of them. Okay. And these three drummers are like my ideal drummer guys, right? Okay. And I would take a little bit, right? Okay. So when people see me play, they be like, oh man, you sound like Neil Burke. Or oh man, you sound like John Blackwell. Or oh man, you sound, you know what I mean? Like you're not gonna, like what she said, like if you're gonna copycat, that's fucked up. Right. You can take a little bit of here, a little bit of there, a little bit of here, a little bit of there, mix it up with you. Now that's original. That's all, you know, you put your authentic, you know what I mean? Right. You just was influenced by these other people. Right. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I might be influenced by a lot more conscious music or, you know what I mean, other realm of music. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, my music might come out to what it is, but everybody tells me like it's like, you know, breath of fresh air. You know what I mean?
I just think my generation listens to it all. I mean, you listen to it all, that's a good thing, but you know.
But that's only because I'm a musician.
Right. But I listen to it all, like being a, you know, growing up in the 80s, you only had MTV. There was no BET, you only had MTV. And MTV played everything. Michael Jackson, rap, rock, everything was on MTV. So I was forced to listen to, one of my favorite bands is Bon Jovi. I was forced to listen to White Castle. I was forced to listen to. No. But a lot of people don't know. New generation.
I was forced to listen to David Bowie.
You know, like a lot of kids don't know.
Yeah, of course,
but I'm saying, like, you know, White Castle and David Bowie and Billy Idol, and you know, we listened to all of that because that's what MTV showed, and it introduced me to.
And you feel like
rock
now it's
and
not
roll.
the same. It's not like that anymore.
It's not.
But even so, with YouTube, you feel like people are not. They just follow the trend. They don't listen to.
No, they don't. No. And my son don't even listen to it. I make him listen. You know, because he's a musician. When he started going into, when he was in a visual and performing, right, when he was into a performing and visual arts school, you know, even though I introduced him, he listened to a lot of things growing up around me. Okay, but he was forced to listen to jazz, classical, and all that because of what he was doing in school. Right. When he went to college, he still was kind of forced to. He was doing marching band, right? But now, when I talk to him, and I'm like, you know, and we just talked about something, I said, what have you been listening to lately? Drake. He was like, you know, but he listens to the regular rap, whatever. He's not listening to that stuff anymore. Right.
Lil Mosey.
You know.
Like, you hear that, like, I get you. Like, I heard that's, like, the song by Lil Mosey it's messed up.
Wait, I'm gonna play devil's advocate again. Wait a minute. Because this is the evolution of rap, right? Hip hop.
I saw him perform. You didn't, not to cut you off, but some of these guys performing, it's like it's fuckery.
Right,
like, but young too. But he's young too. He's like 15.
But
they used to be respectful.
But no, this is the new era. Like that, you can say like when emo trap came about, we can all argue that it's very simple, it's real, it's no heavy lyrical content of it. But wait, that was the first emo trap, like Juice WRLD, like Kid Cudi, emo trap. So we can there's one end of the foot that can say, oh well, that's really not real rap. They're not really talking. It's auto tune. They're singing. Even some people might say Drake sometimes when they started emo trap or Future or
So Far Gone.
Right, or So Far Gone. That's all emo trap. We can say on one end of the stick that okay, well that's hurting the rap culture, but we can other say that allowed men to express themselves emotionally when at the time that was taboo. Because back in the 80s and 90s, everything was so hard and rough to express yourself emotionally. He got shit for it. Stop it. He got shit for it. That's why he said, Mama said, knock you out. He got shit for it.
Made other songs after that.
Go watch MTV Behind the Music LL Cool J. He will tell you he got shit for that. Right, but that's what I'm saying. But listen to me. But he got shit for that though. So now we got a whole subgenre that people are allowed to express themselves emotionally. They're allowed to express themselves vulnerably, and it started a trend. And that's a good trend. Because now people, especially men, especially black men, are able to, like, you know, I can express myself in a song and not feel like my being demasculinized for it. So trap may be as bad as trap or emo trap may be, it kind of helped the community in that way. You know what I'm saying? Just like emo trap. Regular trap, you talk about being in the gut from the south.
You had Dana Day, you had other artists back then who did do emotional. I mean, I get what you're saying.
Bro, the only emotional song Jay-Z did was Song Cry. And he even said the song, I can't see it coming down my eyes, so I gotta make the song cry.
Jay-Z was a different type of rapper.
Right.
LL Cool J, he was never as hard as Jay-Z.
Right. So he did I Need Love. And then turned around and did Mama Said Knock You Out. Like it's so but like I said, when he did I Need Love.
That was a same thing as Mama's, you know, I mean, he was just, to me, LL wasn't as always a hardcore rapper.
He was not, right. He wasn't a hardcore rapper.
Which is why he could get away with it.
Right. But he was a hip hop artist. See, a hip hop artist, you're allowed to talk about the streets and your experience. You're not allowed to be vulnerable. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. That emo trap gave that vulnerability. Because when you heard God Rest His Soul as an XTCon, he spoke vulnerability. When you heard Juice WRLD, vulnerability. The reason why Jake is the hottest, one of the hottest rappers at this time is because he expresses his emotion. He makes music for people to feel. Am I right or am I wrong?
Who?
Drake.
Says rap himself.
Right. So
I think he makes music to sell.
he makes music to sell, but the shit is emotional though. So we can go on and on and on about this.
Emotional. I think
it's just emotional music.
Express our vulnerability at a certain point.
Right, and it's okay to do that now. And I think that's what's good about emo trap. I think that's what's okay about emo trap. But I know we gotta wrap this up.
Like emo trap a lot?
I don't like. I like emo trap a little. I'm not a fan of it too much.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm
You
not.
was going in on this.
I said I gotta play devil's advocate. Let me play devil's advocate. That's what I do. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up with final thoughts about hip hop, old and new. Started off, Texas.
Okay.
Reel him in.
For me now, it's hard to tell the real from the fake. And then, like they used to say, if you want to hear about the truth, you go to hip hop.
True.
Now you gotta go to comedians.
Ooh.
I like that. I
So,
like that.
third, that there is some underground people who are still considered hip hop.
What quote did you read that in, girl? You Googled that quote? You ain't make that shit yourself.
No, I did not.
Oh,
Thank you
you ain't
very
make that
much.
shit yourself, girl.
No.
Okay. Makes sense. All right, what about you, Penelope? Pit stop?
Hey, I'm still a hip hop girl. And, you know, early 90s rap, I can't give the stuff that much. I mean, some stuff I can.
Okay.
But I still play 90s.
Okay. What about you?
I think the education of like the newer generation for old music is like really crucial, just so they kind of understand everything.
Okay.
And I feel like with the newer music, I definitely cherry pick a lot more. Like with like the older stuff, I find that I like a lot more songs on albums and stuff. But with new stuff, it's like like Lil Uzi or The Baby or Lil Baby or some shit. They'll drop. They'll drop an album or something. And it'll have like 15, 20 songs on there, and I'll maybe only like one or two. Or like Chris Brown a while ago, he did that whole 42.
He's a R&B artist.
I know. Okay, sorry, whatever.
Yeah, he's an R&B.
You're not gonna talk about Chris Brown.
Okay, whatever. Okay, other episode. But yeah, okay, so just the education and cherry picking is my point. This is last week.
Okay. Biz?
You phrased the question already.
I mean, what do you
Final thoughts
on
everything.
right, and old and new final thoughts on the future of hip hop or rap?
I think the future of hip hop should evolve like we did.
Evolve or regress?
No, evolve. Evolve. I think it should evolve.
But you don't like the evolved version of hip hop or rap. You don't like emo trap.
I never said that. I do it. You know what I mean? I got some music that's out there. You know what I mean? I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we do come, you know, we should have that vulnerability. But as far as like final thoughts on like new hip hop, I think it's good. I think it should evolve. I'm not a fan of a lot of it. I can't, you know what I mean? I don't do Percocets all day. You know what I mean?
Hey!
This
is a family show.
Oh, sorry.
We're gonna disregard.
No, but hey,
I got a lot of leaving to do.
if kids are watching this, that's not cool.
No, it's not a kid show.
Even now, like that's what you know. What I mean, I'm glad you mentioned that earlier. She was saying that they're starting to come out a little bit more because now you started seeing these cats starting to say their rhymes. Like I put down Percocets or I stop Percocets or I do Percocets now.
Yet they don't.
Ralphie, opinion.
And whatever the case may be, but they at least is putting out there. Why? Because there's so many more. Like you think rappers are coming up dead off of Percocet? You should see my bad. I'm sorry for getting too real. Gas mask try, man.
Alright, my final thought, because we gotta wrap this up and go. I feel like hip hop should evolve. I think it should be one pillar with the community. I think we should regress and do our research, especially as artists that we are. Do your homework, do your research, study the greats, and kind of evolve it and make it good. And I feel like even with emo trap, I'm happy that it's allowing men to be emotional on the record. I'm happy it's being relatable to women, so they can more connect with them emotionally. And I feel like that's the love that we need. And I feel like that's what's missing in our community, especially now during these times. So it's been a very interesting episode. I know you agree. I like, ooh, child. We can go on about this hours and hours and hours, but there's so much that we can do. So we're gonna sign off right now. Thank you so much for enjoying. I'm gonna give me another drink because that was, look, we even took the fire out. That's how intense it was. That you can see.
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe us. Definitely what's your hidden gems. Signing out. Love yourselves. Love each other. Any last words? We some sexy mofos, aren't we? Look at us.
You can follow me at
Hosts. We good. All right.
K Fields PR on Instagram and Katina Fields on Facebook.
Alright, what about
If you need a publicist.
Just don't talk about rap with her, girl. You gotta say hip hop. That's how you get attention. All right.
Dirty Harvard on Instagram.
Come on, Dirty Harvard.
There we go.
Kyle, _the brand. Signing out. See you guys later.